Hi, I'm Dr. Paul, and I want to show you today how I do my homeopathic remedies. Homeopathic remedies in the US is not favored as much as in Europe, where the Queen of England used it and they have homeopathic schools. In the United States, the American Medical Association pretty much tried to put away all chiropractic professions and homeopathic schools and nutrition schools in the past, and we've survived because we fought. And the reason why we won is because patients want alternative holistic care. Homeopathic is such a simple thing to do. They're in my office, they are just drops of water that have frequency built into it, like a light signal that you put on your body through just a drop of water. At CVS, they have little bottles of pellets. You may have taken acicillin, which is like it's for flu. We have drops of water for flu and to boost up your immune system. And so this is the way you do it. You take a drop of water like this, and when we test, we use muscle testing. And it's surprising how you can get a change in the muscle by putting this frequency on your body next to your body. And it's weird, but it really makes a difference, and you could see the difference when we muscle test you. So if I put this and you need this vial on your body and you have a weak muscle, it oftentimes will strengthen that weak muscle. And so what you do is you put a drop of water based on what I find. And there's hundreds of vials that we check for all the parts of the body with all the toxins that are potentially associated with it. The toxins were actually gotten from a lab, as well as all the anatomy was gotten from a lab and it was converted to a frequency. Now, in homeopathic, less is better. We had one doctor that tested one lady that had parasites, and all he did was put the vial of parasites. So less is better. Remember, homeopathic is basically a frequency. So there's no parasite in the water; it's just a frequency of that parasite because it has a memory. Water carries memory, and I'll send you links. I'll include links on the bottom so you can see the research behind how water has memory. He put the vial of parasite on near her body, and she started to shake. Okay? And when he took the parasite bottle away, she calmed down. She put the parasite bottle back again near her field or near her body, and she started to shake. And come to find out, basically, that she had been exposed to many parasites as a missionary, and she had a really strong reaction to parasites. Well, when you take a parasite remedy or whatever remedy we find, it tells your body to fix whatever the problem is. So if you give you a GI tract or small intestine, it'll tell your small intestine to fix itself. If we give you brain, it'll tell your brain to fix itself. And that's the beauty. But less is better. The more diluted the substance is, the more stronger it is in homeopathics. And the opposite is true when it comes to drugs and supplements. The more potent or more substance of a drug or supplement there is, the more stronger it is. But there are side effects in drugs, minimal side effects in supplements. But in homeopathic remedy, one drop, the more diluted it is, the more stronger it is because it becomes more of a light signal. And it's weird, but it really works. We had one lady, chronic history of diarrhea. We tested her. She needed some supplements, herbs that helped her, but then it came back. And so I tested her for homeopathics, gave her what she needed, and the next day it was gone. So do your bookwork. I'm going to leave the links down below. It's definitely, you have to wrap your brain around it because it's it's hard to understand why a frequency of a substance makes such a huge difference and why less is better. The last example I want to share with you is if you got an Energizer bunny, that used to be a commercial, like it would shake around like this a lot, and that you put your Energizer bunny one on the table with full power of batteries, it would shake around a lot, and it would it would jump off the table because it was shaking so much. Well, if you put that Energizer bunny in a box, in a closed box, and you shake it around, it's going to bounce around the box a lot, and the box will fall off the table. When you put a bunch of Energizer bunnies in there and clog it up like this, or compact it, then it can't move. There's no energy at all. They can't move at all. Well, that's what you do with with a vial of homeopathic, the less it's compacted, the less vibration it has, and that vibration or resonance doesn't have so much power. If you put too many molecules in there, it gets too compacted and it acts less powerfully because it's the electrons that work. In anatomy, I'm sorry, in an atom, there's an electron that makes the atom, and there's protons and neutrons. But protons and neutrons are the things that you feel, like your skin, but electrons you can't see, and that's what makes up most of the atom are electrons. Electrons move around in the atom, and the more space it has, the more energy it has. And so when you take a homeopathic remedy, you're shaking it up first to shake up the electrons, to shake it up and make it activated. And then you take a drop, and make sure you don't touch your tongue or your lips to it because it could ruin the remedy. But if you're at the office, I'm just going to give you one drop usually, and then treat your acupuncture points from that. And when you do that, your body wakes up to whatever that remedy is. I'm Dr. Paul, and I will see you on the next video.